Here's your name tag. We are now live.
Good morning.
It is Wednesday in Winder. My name is Julia.
I'm Sondra.
We're excited to be with you guys today.
Yes, we are.
We're live on Instagram. Let's get close together.
Hey, look, we coordinate today.
We did. You know,
I think we meant to do that.
We kind of did last episode 8 as well.
Did we?
This is episode 9.
9. Welcome to Wednesdays in Winder. Did we say that already? Probably.
Wednesday.
Hey, Alex. I'm so glad you're coming tonight, Alex. Hey, Lori. Hope you're resting.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, I hope she's feeling okay. Casey.
Hi, Casey.
I am going to try to do the admin while Sondra says hello to everybody.
The table is so full right now, like you're just going to have to be patient.
So as you come into the chat room, I hope that you will say hello and say your name. Sondra just moved her leg because we're sitting so close to each other. She must not want my leg to touch hers. But we have 2 cameras going right now, so we kind of have to be squeezed in.
Look on that one.
Oh, I know. That's your new fancy phone.
That I dropped and shattered the thing already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You know, it's easy for that to happen. But we are filming with 2 different phones, so our eyes are probably going to dart back and forth from Instagram Live. And then what we do is we post the replay on the YouTube channel, which is on this camera over here.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, you guys. Thank you for watching Replay Club. We appreciate that. And on YouTube, that's where we're going to actually post. Hey, Andrea. We're going to post the patterns that we mention in the YouTube. Have you not done that?
I don't think I did.
That's
that
okay.
last week.
We can go back and easily make those adjustments, add that to it. But we can be found on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we also have a .com, all under the name The Yarn Winder. And on the .com and also here in store, you can find a way to sign up for our newsletter. That is the best way to keep up with what's going on here at The Yarn Winder. And
actually, I kind of think Instagram is the best way.
Oh, Instagram?
Just because Instagram gets updated really frequently, and the newsletter comes out maybe once or twice a month.
We've been rocking Instagram, haven't we?
Somebody has.
It's been fun. I enjoy doing that.
Somebody has.
So let's see. So is that all of our admin?
I think so.
We did our introductions. We're wearing our new name tags. Julia, Sondra. So we will start with every Saturday in February from 1 to 3. We have 2 different make-alongs. One of them actually is an annual make-along.
All year long. All year long we're going to be doing this. I'm so excited.
Every month we have 2 local dyers.
Yes.
Would you call yourself an indie dyer?
Yes.
Tethered Intentions and the local Craftery are 2 local indie dyers that we just adore, both of them. And each of you is dyeing up a 20-gram mini skein. And so nobody knows, not even the dyer. They don't even know what the colors are going to be. So, hey, Matt. So it is $6 per mini skein, and we did sell out of the January mini skeins. However, we have plenty of other colors to choose from.
Yes, I filled up the mini basket this week.
The mini basket.
The mini basket.
I like that. But you guys released 2 for February.
So I just want to brag on our girl Kayla from Tethered Intentions because she is relatively new. She kind of jumped into this, I think, over the summer and hit the ground running. She's done amazing. Her yarn is down in Warner Robins at One Shop. And then it'll come to me, the name of that shop in a minute. Our Yarn Studio.
Our Yarn Studio?
Our Yarn Studio. Yes, I think that's what it's called.
She has 2 shops carrying her yarn. That's what you're saying?
No, one right now.
Oh, okay.
And then, but she signed up for Scenic Stitches, which was a fiber festival in Chattanooga this past weekend. So she did her first fiber festival, and she did so well. And we went and visited, and it was so much fun. It was a good little day trip with the girls. But anyway, so this is her mini skein for February, and I fell in love with it.
It's gorgeous.
So I told her, I said, I'm going to have a full skein in this, which she did. And that was one of the things I bought on Sunday.
Oh, I want one.
So that...
I have to buy one.
You'll have to.
Hopefully she didn't sell out. She might have.
And that's mine. So we went with birthday. So I know that this is 2 different takes on what we might think birthday is, but since our birthday party's coming up in a couple of weeks, birthday is on the brain for me. So this to me was like a confetti cake. I had a photo that I went off of. You saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And then this to her was confetti cake, which I loved because this to me is like vintage. I don't know. It just screams vintage.
It does.
And
they go really well together. I started knitting. I started with hers, and I'll show you.
Oh yeah, me
Which
too.
one is mine?
You ready?
There we go.
Which one is mine? Exactly. We both have like twins.
We both did the same. We started differently.
We did.
So this is mine. This was January's colorways. And then, did you finish? So you finished February.
I haven't finished February.
Tethered attentions.
Not yet.
Okay.
I've got this much left.
Oh, you're almost done.
Yeah.
And then I have wound up the second color for February.
Yeah, me too.
So I'll start knitting on that today.
So
pretty together.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
so
if I
much
have time.
fun. It is so addictive. I'm not going to lie.
It is.
We've had lots of people come in the shop saying that they have joined and they're like saying the same thing. It is so addictive.
So much so that you and I both started a second anthology. So you can purchase this pattern on Ravelry.
Helen Stewart.
And it'll be going all year long. And we hope that you will join us. So even if you missed out on January, that's okay. You can still join in with all the fun.
Absolutely.
So. Then also in February, we have a knit along with the Popple Bandana, which is a free pattern.
Yep.
And I picked my colors. I'm going to be using the Fiberlands.
From
these two, Melon, what is this one called? Siwa and Dahlia.
Mm-hmm.
So those will be my two colors.
And I'm still hemming and hawing about my colors. I really don't.
I know, it's hard to make a decision.
Oh, wait, no, I did pick my colors. They're at home.
Oh, did you leave them at home?
Yes.
Well,
I did pick my colors.
Well, if you guys look, we have a reel on Instagram where we actually pulled together some different complementary colors, blues and greens, and so if you're not really into wanting pink, that's okay. There's a lot of options out there for you. So I hope that you guys will come join us either for the annual, or if you have got caught up with your annual and you want something else to knit and come on Saturdays from 1 to 3, you could join in with the Popple Bandana.
Popple Bandana.
Let's see, store news. We have our little agenda
we
here.
do. We're cheat sheet right here. Okay. All right, so new things.
New to the store.
So last week was chock full of new things. So this week slowed down just a little bit, but we did get a couple of things. We got a restock of the Summer Lee book, The Sock Project. So this has, I think I've ordered it 4 times and it's sold out every single time. And she's getting ready to release a new book this year. So we're anxiously awaiting that arrival. But until then, here's her original book, The Sock Project. It has 25 different sock patterns in it, but she also takes you from very beginning to how to knit a pair of socks. So,
now, Summer Lee, February is the birthday month for the Yarn Winder, and we picked a featured designer, and Summer Lee is our featured designer. So we actually have a cute tail that we're setting up. We're still kind of in the process of putting stuff together for it, but we have some different patterns with QR codes and also some different yarns, because she talks a lot about her favorite yarn brands that she likes to make her socks out of, and we carry three of those. Yeah. Those brands. So
and one of them you can't carry because it's Knit Picks. So
yeah. So come check out our featured designer table. But this is definitely day 4. We have another challenge that we're doing for Get to Know Your Local Yarn Store. For, I guess, what month is it for the LYS Day? Is that March?
April.
And
April 26th, I believe.
And today is day 4 of that. And we're going to be posting or day 5?
Today's day 5.
Is today February the 5th?
Today's February the 5th, and our girl's not in here, but it is our girl Melissa's birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Melissa.
When you do go back and watch this.
Yes, that's true. I heard somebody make a post the other day that said January was a long year. I'm like, yeah, it felt like a year. I'm glad January's behind us. You get it? Not a month, but a year.
But to
so
me,
now we're
everything
into February.
Flies by. I just
even January.
Yes,
kind of like slowed down for me.
Now, if you're a teacher, January feels like 8,000 years. But
okay. So February, we're excited because it is our birthday month for the Yarn Winder. You'll be turning 365 days around the sun. And so we have some special things that we're planning. But anyways, back to the LYS. Day 5 is shop's favorites.
Oh,
this is going to be, I'll be making a post in our story. Preach.
Sorry,
trying.
Alex. Sorry,
We can't
Alex.
focus.
It's over. It's February now.
I was apologizing to Sondra because I've had a little bit too much caffeine today.
And I haven't had enough, so.
I'm kind of all over the place.
Right.
Okay, so Valentine's.
Also, oh my gosh, I buried it under all the things. Okay. Sweet Casey is teaching one more of these this coming Saturday from 11 to 12:30. It's the Crochet Heart Workshop. She's going to teach you how to crochet a mini heart, and then she's going to give you a pattern to learn to crochet the medium sized and the large size. And they are so cute. So cute. She had this class last Saturday for the first time, and it was so good. It was so fun to watch. So if you're interested, there are still spots available. I put all the information on Facebook. You can email me or call to register for that. So one more class for that before Valentine's Day hits.
Do we go right into notions that we love?
Nope,
Or do you
we
want
gotta
to
talk
talk
about
about
Melody
Hoffmann? Do you guys know who she is?
Melody Hoffmann is the crunchy part of me. Like Fiber Tales
Okay.
and Melody Hoffmann, who is B Mandarines on YouTube and Instagram. Bye-bye. Have a good rest of your day, sweet Alex. She has been around for quite a while, maybe 10 years. And I have been watching her YouTube.
She looks so young.
She's
too.
very young. But I have been watching her YouTube since she started YouTube's. And she has designed lots of shawl patterns, lots of sweater patterns, lots of sock patterns. I have purchased some. I have knit some. I like her patterns. Her patterns are now what?
40% off for a limited time. I posted it in our Instagram stories today, a link to her page on Instagram with a pattern discount code for Ravelry. But we have a pattern here that Sondra has knit before, right?
I have knit this.
Okay.
So this is called Wild Posy. She knits a lot, or she used to. I'm assuming she still uses it. She knits a lot of, she lives in France. She lives in France. She lives in France. I'm going to say it 10 times until I convince myself that's where she lives. But she knits a lot of her patterns out of Lopi, which is an Icelandic unspun yarn. Oh my gosh, I think it's Icelandic. Don't quote me. It's unspun. It's very crunchy, like you're picking twigs out of it, kind of crunchy. I love this yarn. It's not for everybody. It's definitely not for all of us in Georgia that it doesn't get super cold here, but every once in a while it's fun. However, she has this same pattern in a t-shirt version, so more for our climate in Georgia. And we picked some yarns that we thought would be great for the Wild Posy tee.
This is actually a recommended yarn for that, right? Quince & Co. Kestrel is the name of it. And it is
100% linen. And it's kind of almost like a really bulky kind of weight, but it's linen. So all the tags got tangled up. So sorry, but
I was trying to show them the tag and then the colors.
Yes.
A lot of pretty colors. And they're actually behind me right here on the shelf behind me if you're familiar with the store. So Kestrel. Love
100%
that.
linen. Thank you, Melody Hoffmann, for giving us such a great discount on your patterns. And then while we're talking about things like that, we have a yarn in the store from Amano called Chosky. And it is a wool cotton linen blend, which I think is great for the seasons that we're heading into. We're getting into more warmer weather, although we're in a fall spring right now, I think. But this is a great kind of lightweight, fingering weight. Hello, Angela. Hope you had a good birthday. Fingering weight yarn that is super nice to work with. Sweet Queen Elizabeth has knit two sweaters out of it. I'll let you hold that one. And this is all using Chosky. Okay, I love this. This is a great, simple, classic vest. This one is the Suri shirt by Cadree. Just simple, sleeveless little sweater with some simple ribbing. Love it. Classic. However,
looks like this color. I wonder if that's the one she used.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
This one is called the Lyra Tee by Irene Lin. And when she finished this, I said, that is the most glamorous thing I think I've ever seen. Like, I feel like you could wear that to,
details.
I mean, you could wear that to like a black tie function over a cute little dress, and it would dress it way up. I mean, it is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
So anyway, both of those are using Chosky.
Good job, Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, ma'am. We love her work. Okay. And Queen Elizabeth is not really Queen Elizabeth. In case anybody is not familiar with our shop,
That's just one of our pet name we have for her.
She's the queen.
She is. Color work, all things, knitting, crochet.
Things.
I mean, she does it all. She's one of those unicorns that knows how to crochet and knit.
And sew. And spin.
Oh my goodness, yes. I didn't even think about that. You're right.
kids.
She really is a unicorn. Okay, so the next thing on our list is notions that we love.
I'll let you go
Sondra.
first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yes.
Well,
Didn't we talk about these last week?
we just got these into the store, but this is actually my favorite notion that I'm picking because I actually have several of these. I bought a new one from the store when it came in, and the reason why I ended up buying an extra one is because our friend Kyle came into the shop, and Kyle
She's such an enabler.
She
love
is.
her.
She was talking about how she has one upstairs next to her bed for reading and whatever she might be doing up there, as well as downstairs. And when she said that, it just resonated with me. And I thought, you're right. I need to have one charged at all times. So I bought one of these last week, and I've been using it all week. And I have to just sing the praises of it because this is different in the fact that it actually folds up really compact. Like these, there's the arms on this do not have, like if you had long hair, it wouldn't pinch your hair.
Oh, that's good.
And then you could fold it up on itself and really make it compact and it's not going to get in the way. But there's 3 different colors on the light itself. And then if you hold down the buttons, it actually will get brighter. Or you can then dim it. And this one is unique too for me because it can be like a spotlight. So if my husband is sleeping and I'm wanting to be knitting in bed, which I always said I would never do, but I started doing it because I'm addicted, I can just put a spotlight right on my needles and I can see exactly what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
So this is a great tool that I literally could not be without this.
That's
Highly
awesome.
recommend
That
these
is
lights.
awesome.
Yep.
I have one too. I haven't used mine yet because I've told Julia this morning I don't stay up late enough to let it be dark. Maybe one day I will, but I thought it would be good in the car at night if you're traveling, or at the movie theater if you're sitting in the back.
That would be great for the movie theater because you just do the little spotlight on what you're doing and it won't.
Soccer games at night or whatever you got going on. Just handy dandy. Okay. These are old. I mean, they're not old, but we've talked about them before. But these are doodle deck cards, and they're color work charts that you can pick and choose the different charts that you want to put in your project. This one happens to be the Valentine's Day set, so that's why I picked this one out today. I won't show them all, but I just wanted to show a couple. So for instance, that's what you're getting for Valentine's Day. They also give you a cowl pattern that you can use. You don't have to, but they give you kind of a pattern to use with their cards. These were a big hit at Scenic Stitches. Lots of people were selling them. Lots of people were interested. Lots of people have bought them for a mess, which is great. But I just wanted to highlight the Valentine's Day one because it's fun.
Yeah, we have quite a few other themes that are back here next to our summer lead table.
Yes.
But I love that they have a Valentine's Day doodle deck card set.
Yes. Because, I mean,
hearts,
envelopes, and I mean,
lips.
look, it even says I love you. Like one of the cards says, I love you.
Swans. So pretty.
So cute.
I can imagine so many things you can do with that.
Oh, the no, that's not the word. The possibilities are endless. That's
really
the word.
is.
That's the word. All right, we're moving into works in progress.
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, I guess I'll start with then the Adventure Shawl, which this is...
Get rid of y'all. This is so pretty.
This is actually an Advent pattern. And that's one of the reasons why I like this, because the pattern is written up to be on day 1, do this set of stitches. On day 2, do this set. And then it tells you, switching out your colors. But this particular pattern is going to be pretty darn big. It's actually 2 different triangles, and then I'll be seaming them together there to make one long wrap. And I finished half of my shawl.
Oh my goodness.
And let me make sure I'm showing the right side.
Yes, you're good.
So this, I'm playing, I think I titled this particular project A Love Letter to My Teenage Self, because I wanted to use the neons and neutrals. And the brand, the local craftery, has a neon set. Yes. And I wanted to work that into the shawl, and then of course adding the neutrals to kind of ground it. So this is my neons and neutrals, and there's baubles in here. So this is only half of it, and the other half I'm going to kind of mirror the colors. Like I've got the pink and the red. I'll be able to show it to you guys next week, I hope, to kind of bring in what I'm doing. But I'm so happy with this, because it's kind of out of my comfort zone. Even though,
and everyone encouraged her, just keep going, because she was a little worried.
And I think once it's all the color, once it's done and all the colors kind of wrap around, I think it's going to be stunning. I love it.
More than stunning. It's going to be fantastic.
We have like it'll be our 2nd annual neon night that we're going to be planning sometime soon.
Yes.
And so I'll wear this.
Last neon night was in May. So maybe around there.
And is that on my maker's
I was looking
goal?
for baubles.
You know what?
I
finished
had
those in 2024, and I felt like it wasn't fair to
Cheating
add it.
a little.
But what we're talking about is our Maker's Bingo cards, and I actually have 2 of them. One is about stitches that I'm wanting to learn in 2025, and one of them is about patterns that I'm wanting to make. And I'm just kind of using this loosely, not to make me feel like I have pressure to knit more, but more just kind of focus things that I'm wanting to do. And I have a couple things that we get to mark off on the sheet today.
So I know for a fact that Sweet Julia has finished a shorty sock. Ta-da! Stamp. She's also finished her first pair of colorwork socks, which also happen to be the shorty socks. So another stamp.
So I got 2 for 1 there. That's kind of cool.
Oh, and a Summerlee pattern.
Yes,
so
Summerlee. They were all 3.
Way to go. See,
Oh my goodness.
See what Summer does for us?
I know,
She's
right?
amazing.
She is amazing. We love her.
But what we're going to talk about in just a little while, we'll mark that off when we talk about it.
Okay, because that's a big one, right?
Yeah, that's a big one.
So another work in progress that I have, are you guys familiar with this pattern? This is a free pattern called the 22 Little Clouds. And the grocery girls who we absolutely love, Tracy and Jody, I heard them on a live that they did, I think it was a week or 2 ago, and they were talking about how, Tracy was talking about how she took this particular pattern and she used her paillettes, which are these just came into the shop last week, and she's knitting this particular pattern, I believe has 13 repeats. And so then I've gotten to the point where I have 1 more repeat to go, and then I'm going to add this, drop the mohair, and it's going to be held double with that's hedgehog fibers, and that'll be like a stripe that goes around the bottom of it. But look at how beautiful this, I could not be. So Mary was in the shop last Wednesday. You know, Mary's the one who inspired me to knit the sock arms sweater, which we'll be talking about in a second. And she helped me pick out this particular color. And I just think that I'm trying to put this close up to the camera so that you guys can see just how gorgeous. This is the Barocco Ariel mohair, and this is hedgehog fibers ghost color.
Oh no, not wisteria?
Yeah, it's ghost, I believe. And then I'm going to be making a stripe out of this. And I just think it is so beautiful.
It is.
I'm
and then
so excited.
When I finish my Go-Go Dynamo
This is
in 6 years, we'll match.
We will.
Oh my goodness.
So pretty.
I cannot wait for this stripe to happen. I cannot wait. The first one to pop up. So
yes.
hurry up.
Sure. Okay, I will. Definitely. Absolutely. And a wannabe whip that I'm going to do that I actually purchased my yarn
I feel
for.
like this is a pattern that has been around for a minute, but it's never going to go out of style. Ever, ever, ever. Because it's just glorious.
So this is the Alpine Bloom. Caitlin Hunter, right? Which I think this will be my first Caitlin Hunter pattern. But what I'm going to do is I've purchased the Remix Light, which is a DK, right?
Yes.
Is that DK?
It's a light DK.
It's a light DK. But it has the yardage like a fingering weight, so 432 yards of this. And my color work is going to be done out of this Noro, which I am absolutely excited to use. Noro Compito, is that how you say it?
Sure, sounds good.
So that'll be my color work. So it should be pretty easy color work, right? Because it's just,
sweet
I don't have to switch. Hey, Madison. I don't have to switch my color strands. It's just going to be one color.
That's so genius.
I'm going to cast that one on. So that's my wannabe.
Wannabe whip.
Yes. Okay, so that's all that I had. So show us what you got.
I don't know what I got. Okay. I don't know what I got. So we talked about Kyle last week. We talked about Kyle this week. Kyle is our sweet friend, but she came in with the Sundry shawl, and then it was some Juniper Moon Zoe for the main color, and then you hold it double with a Noro or any kind of
Noro, right?
color
that
changing.
You're using.
Yes.
But you guys were even saying last week that you could use Cumulus Dapple with it.
Sure. Any color
I just
changing,
love that
right?
idea.
Any color
Yeah.
thing that's going to do the work. So that's where I was, where my little stitch marker was the last time we showed it.
Wow,
And
Sondra.
so, yeah, it grew a little.
Sure did.
It grew a little.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's so soft.
Isn't it? And it gets softer with
Because it's
time.
linen.
It's linen, 100% linen. Well, maybe not 100%. Let me see.
It's going to be comfortable to wear.
60 linen and, no, 60 cotton, 40 linen. But it is super, super,
Nice.
super soft. I love it. So that's Sundry. That's on its way. And then, let me see. Oh, Find Your Fade. I don't think I've put much on it since the last time I showed it, but.
Oh, how pretty,
Yeah.
Sondra.
Yeah, I got a little bit into the lace on the green. I think that might have been where I was last time. Can't remember.
Beautiful. I have one of these on the needles too, but I haven't touched it in a couple weeks. But seeing yours makes me want to, because I'm just about to
Hey,
be
Kyle,
in
we were just talking
color
about you. Hey, Dad.
changes.
We were just
Pretty.
talking about you, Kyle.
Yeah. And Kyle's responsible for this too.
Kyle is our sweet enabler.
Yes.
So that's go. Oh, so I worked on this at trivia last night.
Are you going to tell them that you guys won at trivia and tell them what the subject was that you won?
Okay. So our local coffee shop hosts a trivia night. I guess this is relatively new,
Okay.
but last night's Have Fun at So-So Studio. Last night's trivia was about Twilight, the movies, like not the books, but the movies. Now, I am a Twilight fan. I'll just admit it out
I am
loud.
too.
And our girls that come, they loved it too. So I invited all of them, and we went and joined a team for the Yarn Winder. It was Casey, Kayla, me, Madison, and Chicken Elizabeth. So we all went.
Chicken Elizabeth was there? Okay.
Yes. And
So were you guys split between Team Vampire and Team Wolf, or did everybody agree?
I am hardcore Team Jacob.
Oh, I think
am.
Casey is too, isn't she?
Okay, Casey and I agree on this one. We're Team Edward for the book. Like, we love Edward, the character in the book.
Okay.
But in the movie, we are Team
Okay.
Jacob. So
I can go along with that.
One of the questions, this is my personality. And of course, it was almost 8 o'clock at night too, so I was a little slap happy. But one of the questions was, for a bonus point, how many times does Jacob take off his shirt in the movies, and how many times does Edward take off his shirt? So we had no clue. It was a bonus question, but I just wrote Jacob, not enough.
That's what I was going to say.
Edward, too many times. So anyway, yeah, Team Jacob all the way. But we came in, we tied for first.
Oh, you tied.
There were 12 teams, y'all. 12.
Wow.
And we tied for
That's
first.
an accomplishment then.
Yes. Yes, so thank you, Night Sky, for hosting us. That was fun. Okay, so that was, I don't know how we got on that.
Sounds like a blast.
Oh, I was working on this at trivia. That's where that came from. Okay, so Sundry, Shawl, Find Your Fade, my anthology we already showed. Oh, we went to Scenic Stitches on Sunday, and last year at Rhinebeck, Sweet Barbara showed us, she was working on some socks called the Fairground socks, and they're self-striping, but they have this little lace, you know, like a feather and fan lace pattern that runs through it. Very simple little pattern, but I fell in love with how that looked with self-striping. because I like self-striping, but sometimes just straight stripes is kind of, yeah, you done it. Okay.
Add some extra flair.
Yeah, a little flair to the socks. So when we were at Scenic Stitches, I was kind of having my eye out for a self-striping, and I fell in love with this because to me that just screams the 1980s. I just fell in love with it. Like I did.
It's like a neon.
It is. So that yarn
all we need is like Madonna playing in the background and some Wham, maybe some plastic rubber bracelets.
Oh my God.
You remember those?
Jellies.
Jellies. Yeah.
Okay. So I cast on the socks.
Cute.
Got onto the heel flap. Yeah. So here's my thing. I'm looking for a self-striping yarn to carry in the shop. So I'm trying different ones to see which ones I like the best. Casey and Lori also bought from this company. This is Passion Yarns. So I'm trying this out to see, but I think Sweet Joy is going to post in a little while on Instagram a poll if you guys have any favorite self-striping yarns, because I just want to hear from everybody and see what people have loved or not loved or whatever the case may be. So that's a work in progress for me.
Cute. I'm glad to hear that you're going to have some, or you're looking for some self-striping yarns.
Yes.
Those are always fun.
Because as a dyer, we can dye this, but it is
I ought to add that to my stitch
lot of
goals.
work.
When you get the yarn in, because I've actually never knit self-striping.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to, okay, I'm going to have to start a third stitch goals.
For yarn you want to try.
Self-striping.
Yarn you want to try.
Self-striping yarn. Because I did, for my finished object, I did, are you done with your?
Oh, I need to talk about one of the whips, but yeah,
I've used a, what do you call it? A fading yarn, a fading sock yarn on a sweater.
But this is like truly
This is truly stripes. Yeah.
Which I love stripes.
Yeah,
I love stripes.
I do too.
But anyway, so that's that. My wannabe whips. All right, so obviously we're going to cast on the Summerlee February cuff socks. It's so cute with the little hearts and the like Fair Isle pattern. Also at Scenic Stitches, I bought some minis to kind of complement that. But she was using, I was so excited to see it. In her sock pattern, she used the neon tweed yarn. So the main color of her sock is like that neon tweed. Well, guess who already has neon tweeds? Guess who already has it?
It's already on the shelf.
Yeah, who already put it in her shawl? So we have it, yeah. So that's fun to play with. So I'm looking forward to casting those on. And then another wannabe whip. Also, it has been in my queue. Actually, it's been in my library on Ravelry for years. And it's the Luminaria shawl. Luminaria shawl. I guess I'm saying that right. And it is so beautiful. It's like a mosaic color work pattern with a little bit of lace detail on the bottom. And I bought a kit, but we're going to come up with some kits at the shop for this.
Definitely
because
need to.
I'm excited. Lindsey Fowler wrote this one.
That's
Luminaria.
Yes. I love mosaic color work. That is something that I can get behind.
Yes, it's so fun. Look how pretty that is.
It's beautiful.
I love the colors. So that's my wannabe whip.
Yay, that's exciting because that particular
no business casting on anything else until something gets finished. But anyway,
well, by the time the yarn gets dyed,
yeah, there we go.
But I love that about you in particular because you also dye yarn.
Yes.
That you were able to fall in love with the pattern and then make a kit like that for us. I think that's fabulous. So now we're moving into finished objects, and I'm actually wearing a very old finished object, and it's got glitter on it. This is what I'm wearing is the plain Yoke tee by LeKnit, and this particular one is knit out of a linen blend. And one of the things that I really love about this particular pattern is the increases are worked in such a way that they become a design element in the actual yoke of the pattern. And also this is the very first garment that I've ever knit that did not have ribbing. So all of the edges are those rolled edges, the hems and everything. So it's a casual casual tee,
T-shirt.
but it's comfortable, and it's going to be 65 today, or maybe even hotter than that. So it's perfect for our Georgia weather. So I highly recommend this. But one that is just recently off of my needles is the sock arm.
She finished it, you guys.
I did. I finished it.
Perfect. So perfect. I'll hold. You talk.
Oh. So this is a set-in sleeve design, which if anybody isn't familiar with that, it's actually short rows to make like a cap on the sleeves. So that was my very first time doing that. And the yarn for the sleeves I use is the it's a sock yarn. It's actually on the top shelf over here behind Sondra. I'm sorry I didn't bring one.
I can never say the
fades.
word. Lane du Nord, but it's not Lane. It's Lina.
And I had a little bit of a problem because what happened was by the time I reached about right here on my sleeve, it went from all of a sudden from light to dark. So I had assumed it was going to fade backwards going this way, but it didn't do that. So I just was like trusting the knitting process and just kept knitting and finished it. And I had a stark line that cut right here. And I was just in tears. But Sondra's like, I'm sorry, Julia, you need to rip that out. So I did. I ripped it out and I did a little bit of yarn management, which is what they call, right? So I pulled the inside out back to where this lighter part would be. And then I just finished it, and they match on both sides now.
I can't believe it. It's so good.
This is a wool blend. This is Quince & Co. Finch, which we do have quite a few of these still left, I think, in different colors. It is so squishy.
I don't know why anybody hasn't bought that pink yet.
I know, I don't either, because that's like a very popular. I could have done that with this particular.
You sure
sock yarn,
could. You sure? Yep.
But anyway, so it's going to be like a sweatshirt, kind of, to me. I purposely did it on the oversized because the photo is more slim fitting, and I went up 2 sizes to actually get it to be more. What do you think that would be? Maybe even 10 inches of positive ease on me is what I ended up doing. And then I was like, oh, this is too big. So then I did it's a very small kind of waist shaping, bust shaping right around here. Yeah. So it fits perfectly across here, and then it just is blousey across.
But this was your first bottom up, right?
No, this was not my first bottom up. This it's on my Maker Stitch goals. This is my very first set-in sleeve, which is right there. So I get another check. Boom. And I recommend it because it fits so, I love it. I love how you actually get the line. It's more, what do you call that? Like seamstress would call that, like is fitted to you.
Tailored?
It's tailored. It's more tailored, where this is much more relaxed. This yoke actually was a round, circular yoke, so it was knit all the way down to, well, actually probably to here before I divided for the body. But anyways, I was so happy with this, and this is another one of those patterns that Mary... I was talking about that Mary actually had knit this one as well.
Yes.
I saw her wear it, and I just couldn't help myself. Love it.
So cute.
Great style. So much fun. So I think that's all I have. Right?
That's a huge one, though. That's huge.
That is a big finished object. That's for sure.
Well, watch out. I have one.
But we're going to all celebrate over this.
Yes. Okay. Ignore the fact that I haven't woven in the ends because I wanted to make sure
Melissa's not here to see you.
She is not hit. She'll watch it on YouTube. My Musselburgh is done. It is for Brian. Okay,
it's the crowd.
Thank God.
She finished.
Y'all, thank God.
Look how big that is.
Well, but it isn't, because I cheated and I was just done. It was just done. I didn't want to do it anymore. So I stopped to think it maybe like a little over 18 inches. And I did the decreases and I cast it off, and then I put it on his head and it fit just fine. And I was like, thank you, Lord.
Done.
And then we moved on. It hasn't been blocked. It hasn't been anything. It just has been on his head for a few minutes. Hey, Elizabeth. So yeah, it's done. I won't ever do another one.
That's what she says. They say never say never. We'll see.
I have too many other things.
That's true.
I don't enjoy hats. He has enough hats at this point. So I do enjoy hats. I do enjoy hats.
That particular
I just don't wear them.
Pattern, I think you have to like to knit in the rounds, but it's great for purse knitting and taking with you car rides when you don't want to focus, like if you're watching a soccer game.
Well, at the
something
hockey
that
game on Friday night, that's where most of it got
you
done.
have to
I
focus,
just sat there.
just in the round. And it's small enough that it's not this big, heavy thing in your lap.
We got our noodles into the hockey game.
You did?
Yes.
Did they have to be wooden or did it matter?
Mm-mm.
Ah,
And I didn't even...
that's awesome.
I'm such a rule breaker. Casey was nervous the whole time. I didn't have a clear bag. And I just looked at her and I said, this is my knitting hat bag. And she said, can I just peek in there? And she said, but you'll have to give me one. And I was like, okay, I'll give you one. So yeah, we got it in. No problemo.
Awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome. That's good to know.
Yes. Yeah.
Yay.
So there you go.
Well, perfect.
Oh, one other thing.
Yes.
I'm trying something new. This is 100% Shetland wool, non-superwash. So back to kind of Melody Hoffmann, fiber tails, when I'm in my crunchy era. This is a very crunchy yarn. It's very rustic, but this is technically a fingering weight, and there's 437 yards for 100 grams, and I'm just trying it out. It's not, I don't know. However, this is the same wool that Jameson's uses. So
it's a very nice brand.
Yes, it is. It's what West Yorkshire uses, and yeah.
Very nice.
So
and
anyway,
I love that color.
You know, I'm always going to do pink first. Always going to do pink first.
It's gorgeous.
Like a table full of pinks.
That's
and
right.
peaches. Yeah. We have some, anyway, the mini basket has been filled up. There's more on the drying rack at the house right now, so it's getting refilled, and yeah, so there we go. Lots of things.
Well, awesome. Well, we hope that you guys will go over and like and subscribe and send us a comment over on YouTube. We appreciate all of you being here live with us today. It's always fun to see your names pop up into the chat room as well. But today's Wednesday. We have a lot of knitting and crochet groups that come in on Wednesdays.
Yes. Today's our favorite day.
It is. It really is.
So yeah, if you're free today, 1 to 4 and 1 to 4 and 5 to 8 are our two open craft time groups. So please feel free to come and join us.
That's right.
Work on your
Hope to
favorite
see you
things.
guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we hope to see you guys soon.
Yeah, we'll see you Saturday. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.